towards Salah. First time finish. It's a terrific.
The tension surrounding African football did not just come from the past, it exploded again recently on one of the biggest stages the continent has ever seen. The 2025 Africa Cup of Nations final was supposed to be a celebration, a moment where Africa's best would crown a champion, where talent and determination would decide the outcome. Instead, it became one of the most controversial nights in the history of the tournament. The final was played between the Senegal national football team and Morocco. For most of the match, it was intense, balanced, and worthy of a final. But as the game approached its final moments, everything began to fall apart. A crucial attacking move by Senegal ended in what many believed was a legitimate goal. But before the ball crossed the line, the referee had already blown the whistle, stopping play. The goal did not stand. Confusion spread instantly. Players protested. Fans watched in disbelief. And then, moments later, Morocco were awarded a penalty after a VAR review, another decision that sparked immediate controversy. For Senegal, it was too much. In protest, their players walked off the pitch. The match stopped. Time stood still. For nearly 15 minutes, one of Africa's biggest football finals turned into a scene of uncertainty. Officials scrambled, players argued, and millions watching around the world began asking the same question: what is happening? Eventually, Senegal returned to the pitch and continued the game. And when the final whistle blew, they had won. On the field, in front of the world, Senegal were champions. But the story did not end there.
I've been informed of the ruling by the CAF Appeals Board concerning the appeal by Morocco relating to the AFCON.
Weeks later, the Confederation of African Football made a decision that would shake the entire continent. The result was overturned. CAF ruled that Senegal's walk-off protest violated tournament regulations. According to their interpretation of the rules, leaving the pitch without authorization constituted a forfeit. And just like that, the result of the final was rewritten.
CAF is an embarrassment. I'm of African heritage. For me now, when you look at this situation right now, it's an absolute embarrassment for CAF. It's another reason where people will talk down on this competition.
Senegal's victory was erased, and Morocco were awarded a 3-0 win. It was unprecedented. A final that had been played, completed, and celebrated was undone. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Senegal's Football Federation rejected the ruling, calling it unjust and announcing plans to appeal. Governments, former players, analysts, and fans all over Africa began to speak out. Some called it a travesty. Others described it as a decision that could damage the credibility of African football for years to come. And perhaps most importantly, the debate went far beyond Senegal and Morocco. Because this was no longer just about one match. It became a symbol of everything that fans had.
CAF has to really take a look at itself. Always seems to be some form of stupidity around it. And again, even for Morocco, like to then go to the courts and appeal it, to win it that way. Now we're going to have to wait for Senegal to appeal the appeal. It's just, when does this end?
Been questioning for years decisions that seem inconsistent, rules that appear selectively applied, and a governing system that many feel lacks transparency. Critics argued that overturning a result after the final whistle crossed a line that should never be crossed. Even more concerning for some observers was the comparison to past incidents. In 2019, during the CAF Champions League final, a similar protest and breakdown in officiating led to a completely different response. CAF initially ordered a replay before the decision was later overturned by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. So the question became unavoidable. Why was this situation handled differently? Why did one controversy lead to a replay and another to a complete reversal of a final result? There were no simple answers. CAF defended its decision as a strict application of the rules, insisting that regulations must be respected to maintain discipline and order in the game. Supporters of the ruling argued that rules exist for a reason, and that no team, regardless of status, should be above them. But for many fans, that explanation was not enough, because football is not played in rule books, it is played on the pitch. And once a match is completed, once a winner is decided in front of the world, changing that result afterward feels like rewriting history. This is where the emotional weight of the controversy truly lies. For the players who fought for 90 minutes, for the fans who celebrated, for the millions who witnessed the moment live, the question is not just about rules, it is about fairness, and fairness is the foundation of sport. The aftermath of the decision only deepened the divide. In some parts of Africa, the ruling was seen as justice, an enforcement of discipline. In others, it was viewed as a dangerous precedent, one that could open the door to future interference in results. The controversy also reignited scrutiny of leadership within CAF, including its president, Patrice Motsepe. While his administration has promised reforms and growth, moments like this place immense pressure on the credibility of those promises, because in football, perception matters. And right now, the perception among many fans is that something is not working the way it should. When decisions of this magnitude are made behind closed doors, when outcomes on the pitch can be reversed weeks later, it creates uncertainty. It raises doubts not just about one tournament, but about the entire system. And this is how a single moment becomes something bigger. Not just a controversy, but a turning point. Because for African football, the stakes are higher than ever. The talent is undeniable. The passion is unmatched. The global audience is growing. But with that growth comes responsibility. The responsibility to be transparent. The responsibility to be consistent. The responsibility to protect the integrity of the game. Because without that integrity, everything else begins to fade. And so the question remains, echoing louder than ever across the continent. Is this just another controversy, or is it a sign of something deeper within African football? The answer may not be clear today, but one thing is certain: the world is watching,